The armed forces of Ukraine destroyed a barracks of Russian occupants with a guided aerial bomb. Yesterday, the Russian occupiers unsuccessfully tried to restore the lost position in the area of Staromajorske in the Berdyansk direction. At the same time, the aggressor launched an airstrike in the area of the said settlement and fired artillery at the neighboring Velika Novosilka, Zolota Niva and Blagodatne. This was reported by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in a morning report posted on its official Facebook page, among other things. Ukrainian defenders are not in debt. Thus, the Telegram channel Kolesnik published a photo of a powerful explosion in the building with the invaders with a comment. The target was hit. Everything is in rubble to the bottom of the basement. There is a howl on the inside parts. The Russians do not know how to dig up their dead. As a reminder, the armed forces of Ukraine confidently control Staromajorske and are now fighting in Urozhany, part of which they also control. In the Ukrainian city of Beryslav, the occupiers attacked police from a drone. They are wounded. This was reported by the head of the Kherson administration, Oleksandr Prokudin. In Beryslav, Russians attacked police officers from a drone. He said, according to Prokudin, one of the munitions hit the roof of a police car. As a result, 2 law enforcement officers were injured. They were hospitalized, added the head of the administration. According to the Kherson Regional Prosecutor's Office, in the morning, an enemy drone dropped explosive charges on a humanitarian aid distribution center and a police car in Beryslav district. It should be noted that attacks by Russian grenades from drones on police cars in Kherson region have become almost a regular practice of the Russians. For example, in March, a police investigative team in Antonievka, Kherson region came under fire. 4 police officers were injured. Also, in April, a police car was attacked by drones in a Korabel neighborhood of Kherson. As a result of the incident, 2 police officers were injured and the car was mechanically damaged. Tens of thousands of mines were laid on the border of Belarus with Rivne region. Lieutenant General Sergei Naiv inspected the reinforcement of the border in Rivne region with Belarus. According to the commander, the territory was mined with tens of thousands of mines. The general's direct speech: in Rivne region, I saw how the state border is being protected. The number of observation posts has been increased by more than 6 dozen. I also saw how new strongholds are being set up. Among 15 of them have already been opened. Russian troops shelled Sumy region 34 times during the day. The House of Culture and a car were damaged. During the day, Russian troops fired 34 times at the border areas of Sumy region. 23 settlements and 8 territorial communities came under attack. The settlements of Sumy region, after the liberation of the region from the Russian occupiers, are shelled almost every day. The invaders use drones, mortars, and other types of weapons to attack. Russians attacked Zaporizhia. There are many victims, including children. This evening, Russian occupants fired an Iskander ballistic missile at Zaporizhia. They attacked a civilian infrastructure facility. According to the latest information, 11 people were reported injured in the incident. Rescue services are currently working at the scene. President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky has already responded to the incident. He emphasized that our country will survive and Russian terror will lose. Ukrainian armed forces break through Russian defense towards Melitopol. The armed forces of Ukraine continue working effectively in the direction of Melitopol-Zaporizhia region, Glorit reports. The soldiers are destroying the forces and equipment of the Russian aggressor troops and gradually liberating the territory. The enemy is trying to counterattack in some parts of the front line, where Ukrainian troops are holding the line and repelling attacks. Earlier, President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky spoke about the results of the counteroffensive by the armed forces of Ukraine. According to the Ukrainian guarantor, the troops are facing difficulties in the course of the operation, but the Russian occupiers are showing fear. According to military expert Tom Cooper, Ukrainians' counteroffensive is behind schedule because Ukraine had to change the model of its military operation. The original plan was revised because the Western world did not provide enough weapons. John Kirby, The White House National Security Council's coordinator for strategic communications said that the Ukrainian armed forces are making progress on the front, but the counteroffensive is difficult. The Ukrainian army is trying to move forward.